MLB the Show tips, there's probably one player in the game that comes to mind who everyone says they struggle hitting with. He's 99 overall legend, Mike Schmidt of the Phillies, one of the best third basemen, if not the best out there, because he's got power. Look at the fielding, 95, 92, 93. Really impressive fielder, too. So the question is, why does he struggle? Well, he's got a low contact at 59 versus righties. 82 is really good versus lefties. And that vision, I talk about 62. Nelson, Cruz, Trout have smaller visions, but when they do nail it, they really get a hold of the ball. When you look at his hot zones, they look a little different here than what I notice online when I'm playing Diamond Dynasty with him, and even in practice mode. So you'll see both coming up here. We're going to take a look at practice mode and Diamond Dynasty footage, and I found something pretty interesting about the way that he kind of hits the ball well and what works and what doesn't. And so I took him into practice mode. I think that's the best thing to do. If you don't know how to take a legend into practice mode, check out my YouTube channel. There's a blue video that says Practice with Legends. That'll teach you how to insert them into lineups and you get them into practice batting mode. Same goes with pitchers for pitching mode. So there we go. There's a nice hit with Schmidt off the wall, opposite field. He can go oppo. I think he's a much better pull hitter though, and you'll see why. So I kind of got under that a little further down the middle. My zone went to. So I'm trying to track the pitch from top right to bottom left. Puts it right down the line. Real nice hit there. I'll take that any day. And so when I'm letting the video run a little longer with these, because I want to see where the ball is hit. And I look at that fastball. It was down and inside, and my zone was to the right. And I said, there's something to this. There's something to that. He had a really good hit there, even though his bat and my zone were like the opposite end of the strike zone. So let's keep an eye on where the ball is being hit in relation to where my zone ends up. And so that time we were almost right on top of it, so that's a pretty decent hit. All right, so we're tracking the ball. We nail that one. Deep center field, off the top of the wall again. Really nice double. I mean, when you get the bat and the zone lined up really nice, you know, he just takes it for a ride. So that time I was a little under it, a little to the left and under. Oh, look at that one. Crushed. And he went opposite field on that one too. That was a no-doubter. Got the nice animation as soon as he hit it. So I was actually to the right of that one. So not as severely to the right like that other one where the fastball's on the inside and I was far right. But again, I was like kind of, my zone was to the right of the ball and under it. All right, this one was also a good one. Turns out to be a fly ball, warning track about 385 feet. Still a great hit. Look at that. So look at the cutter. It's in the middle of the zone, low, and look where my zone ended up, where I put my reticle. I put it on the far right bottom. And I'm thinking, all right, there's something here with the bat. The bat head is meeting it in a different place than where my zone is. And so I've got to adjust and look more outside to hit these balls, you know, and I started having some success in practice mode. And we're going to have some Diamond Dynasty footage here in a little bit. Once again, my zone is to the right of the ball, and he still makes good contact. This one is a home run, and you're going to see once we get to the end of the at-bat here, and he trots around home plate. Look at that. My zone is dead middle. That cutter was to the inside. So I think we found something here. You have to adjust where you put your zone if you're using zone hitting to the right and a little lower to get that bat to meet it right where you want it to for a nice hit. And you're going to see this throughout the video from here on out. We're going to keep looking outside, and we're going to, you know, it's almost like they think the zone is in a different place, and you got to outsmart the computer. So my zone was to the outside there. That time I went opposite field and went down the line for a nice hit, and you'll still see I was to the right of the ball at the bottom there of the zone. Let's see, yep, to the right of the ball. I was on top of it. I was as low as you could go though. Let's see this one. Again, I went outside. I thought that ball, or I pretended that ball was going to be to the lower, you know, outside corner, and I think that was a home run, or maybe the guy brought it back, but look how far outside my zone was there. And so that's what I started doing. I just tried to make sure I was further to the right of that ball than, you know, when it came in. So my zone was farther to the right. And if I would hit it dead on, it would be right up the middle like that. And sometimes, though, I would still let it, you know, drift across the zone like that, and you go opposite field, and that's how you got the opposite field with Schmidt. I hope that clears it up. Watch the video a few more times to see where I'm putting the zone in relation to the ball, but I think that's the key and the secret, if you will. I'm going to test this out with other players too and see if it works, especially guys that I'm having trouble hitting with, like a Stanton or a Nelson Cruz. But again, great stats for Schmidt. Best third baseman in the game when it comes to fielding, I think, with the hitting. MLB the Show _tips on Twitter. Give me any questions there. Hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more.